This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, again need to explain from the first. Sorry guys, sorry, it's my mistake. Guys, today topic is I would like to talk about models and packages. Nothing to worry about models and packages. Okay, model means it's just a .py file. Okay, so every Python file is a model. So package means like Python files you are collecting or collection of models that we are calling it's a package. See, the main use of the models and packages are to reuse the code in other projects so that we can reduce the code size, and moreover, the maintaining of the project will be a simple and easy. So that's the main importance and use of the models and packages. Now my question is, what are the models and packages we have it? How many types of models and packages? It doesn't matter whether it is a model or whether it is a package. Okay, so now, types of models and packages. See, there are three types of models and packages are there. The first one is free-defined models, free-defined models and packages. It may be free-defined models or it may be semi-free-defined. So instead of saying that semi-predefined, you can say that it's a user-defined. After that one, we'll talk about semi-predefined. Okay, user-defined models and packages. Okay, third one is semi-predefined, semi-predefined models and packages. Okay, see guys, there are three types of models and packages we have it. One is predefined, user-defined, and semi-predefined. So the beauty of these three things will be the way of using of this all are same. The way we used those three type of models and packages are same. Clear? Okay, so how we are using the free-defined models and packages in your program or project, how we are using the user-defined models and packages in your program, and how you used the semi-free-defined models and packages in your program, it could be a same. There is no difference. But how we can do that? So for that one, we have a keyword is import keyword. Okay, import keyword, import is the keyword, the initial keyword is import keyword. With help of the import keyword, we can access the models, we can access the either model or package into the program. Okay, we can access the model, we can access the model or package into the program or project. Okay, that's the use of the import keyword. Let's try for some examples of free-defined models and packages. Tell me, what is mean that predefined models and packages? Hmm? What is the use of the predefined models and packages? The predefined models and packages are, so those are the models and packages are already defined in Python. There are already defined in Python programming language. Okay, so let's see some examples of the models and packages here. So let's see some examples. For example, math model. Second one is CMath model. Okay, and third one is RU model, and the fourth one is time model, and fifth one is OS model. Like there are many models are there. Okay, it's there is no count, so approximately 1,000+ models or packages are there in a Python programming language. Based upon your requirement, we need to work with that particular models and packages, but the way will be a same, but the functionalities could be different, but the way of using is same. So before using the module, and we need to know where we are using and why we should use that one. Okay, Let me consider, so let me consider math model. So math is the model, it will help you to do some kind of mathematical operations. So mathematical operations. If you want to be performing some kind of mathematical operations, if you want to performing some kind of mathematical operations, then we can use the math module. Clear? Then we can use the math module. See, for that one we can use the import and followed by the math module, and I want to know what is the use of this one, then simply we can use the help of math. After importing the math, we just try to look this one, so which is giving you a lot of document for you. So this is the library, and if you want the more information, you just click on this one, it will navigating to this particular location and see, which is giving a documentary for that particular model. So this is the module math. It was having almost many functions are there. Okay, and this is online documentation. But if you want to look this one into your okay, in our program itself, then we can just go down here, and there is a functions, a cos function, a cos h function, a sin function, trigonometric function. These are a tan, a tan 2, a tan h, seal method, comb method, and copy method, copy sign, and written the float magnitude absolute value of x, but the sign of y on the platform supports sign at 0, returns the minus 1.0. Okay, so cos and cos h, degrees, dist, and so Euclidean distance between the 2 points, that is the distance between the 2 points. Okay, like square root of sum of those. Euclidean distance, you should know the formula actually. Okay, so exponential, these are the functions: pap, factorial, floor, f mod. Okay, and free x, and f sum, and gamma, gcd. Okay, greatest common divisor. Okay, and hypothesis, and is close, is infinite, and is finite, is infinite, is none, is square root. Okay, he's got, it isn't the integer part of the square root of the input. For example, if you want to give, if you want to find the square root of anything, then we can use the is sqrt. Like this, we have many functions are there. We just look for this all methods. I mean, this is the documentation for each and every method actually. But if you want to know only methods, if you want to know only methods, so first we need to import the math, and we just print the dir of math. It will listing the only functions inside of the math. So these are the functions. See, previously help is giving the each and every function description, but here we are just giving only function titles here. Okay, so these all methods will help you to performing the mathematical operation within a short of time. Let me consider, I just want to find out the factorial number without using the math model. Write a program, find the factorial of a okay number. So with help of the functions, I want to do it actually with functions concepts. With functions, I think you already know how we can implement the functions in your program, right? Def is the keyword. With help of the def keyword, I'm not explaining this module now. I'm just difference between some operations and what is the use of these things. I just want to show you in the practically. Okay, I want to implement the factorial function. Okay, def factorial. Okay, and here we just take the number from the user, and for example, if n is instance, it should be integer. It should be integer, and moreover, and moreover, you should apply the and keyword, and greater than or equal to 0. Okay, then okay, so greater than or equal to 0, then we can performing the factorial. For that one, we can use the fact default, it's a 1. So we can use the for I in range of 1 to n plus 1. Okay, I'm just writing the factorial function, guys. So fact equal to fact into I. So if all iterations are done, then only it can be returns the fact. So it can be returns the fact. So here the return is the keyword. It can help you, it can be help you to return the data from the function definition to function call. Okay, for example, if this condition is fail, if and only if n is must be more than the 0, and moreover n must be integer, then only we can find the factorial. Unfortunately, n is not integer, and n is not, maybe n is not more than 0, then that situation it has to returns the none. I should return the none. That's a my concept, that is the my concept of the function, right? So here I just want to write a main function. If main block name underscore underscore, and this is the way we can write the Python program. Is it correct or not? And I want to take the number from the user. So for example, int input of enter the n value. Okay, so here I just want to print the factorial of I just want to print the value of num. Okay, and meanwhile I just want to print the is. After that one I want to print the result of it. So result in the sense I just need to call this particular factorial function. Okay, here I'm calling factorial of num, right? If you call this particular program, if I execute this one, see, if I enter the 5, then you're getting the factorial of 5 is 120, right? Same program we can execute, but this time I just want to give you no number. It will be not greater than 0. For example, some negative number -4. So factorial of -4 is a none. See, but if you give the non-integer, then you will be getting a 5 actually. So in the first here itself, you will be getting an error. So it won't go for the next step actually. Okay. So this is the way you can write the factorial function, right? And we can use it. So here the factorial function logic we implemented in a 10 lines. We implemented in 10 lines. Same program, same program, same program. Now what I want to do it. So before you calling this factorial, I want to import the math model. The reason is that the math model which is consisting the or it is containing the factorial function. See, you can look here. Is it visible for you or not? Factorial. This is the function is there inside of the math. You don't need to implement this 10 lines of code. Simply import math. Once if you're importing the math, if I want to use the factorial, which is gonna using this service only, but I want to use the factorial of the math, then we should use the math dot. Okay, so here also you should use the math dot. Okay, if I run this one, if I enter the some value of 5, it's 120. For example, if I enter the -4, it was written the value error. It was returns the value error. For negative values, we can't find the, so which is returning the value error. The value error is factorial is not defined for the negative number. See, this is the, so here we can keyword inst. So here we handle the, here we are using the, we are returning the none when the number is negative. Okay, because of that one we are not getting any error. But inside of the math model in a factorial, for negative numbers they're not implemented the code. Because of that one we are getting the value error. They implemented the code, but they are implemented something like this. Inside of the math model, how they implemented, if a number, if a number is the negative, then he is raising the value error. So intentionally, with help of the, with help of the okay rise keyword, we are raising the value error. So if I enter the -4, see this code and this code now, is it same or not? Because of, for the negative numbers I am raising the value error intentionally. Because of for negative numbers it's not possible to find the factorial. So that's a fact. So for that particular fact, here I'm using the rise keyword. but I'm not explaining the rise code as of now. When I explained it exception and handling, that time I can explain you guys. As of now, I'm just showing you the is it same factorial is doing the here, and the factorial what it is doing here, is it same or not? That's what my intention. Okay, for finding the factorial, so we implemented approximately 8 lines of code when I'm using the functions here. But factorial is already defined in math model. I just imported with 1 line, then I'm using this particular service or not. So you can see whether the code size was reduced. Approximately 10 lines of code was reduced. Here it is just 6, but here it is 16 lines. Total 10 lines of code was reduced. Guys, are you following my point? The importance of the models and packages I'm trying to show you the practically. Okay. So inside of the math model, we have a factorial. So instead of implementing our own logic, we just you just import this math model and we can use this service. That's it. That's what my intention. For this one, do you need to learn any advanced concepts here? Just import keyword is help you, right? Import is the keyword. It can importing some libraries into the program, and if you want to use those services, that library name and followed by the service name, library name and service name. Clear? Clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Clear.
I'm not getting any kind of sounds from you. If you're not following, please let me know. Smita?
Clear, sir.
Okay, so models, what is the importance of the model? Did you got money and Sai?
Yeah.
So models, it just libraries in Python. We just import the libraries and we can use those services. It's a very simple thing. For example, in a math, we don't have the fact, we not only have the factorial, we have many functions are there. Let's look those particular functions. So for example, we have a number which is some 0.0001 is there. Okay. See, when I'm using the seal method, seal is the method. What it is doing, let's see. So it was giving the 77. So after the point, it doesn't matter whether it is the less than the 0.5 or the it's less than the 0.5 or greater than 0.5, doesn't matter. If it is the decimal point with the fractional number and it was giving the smallest number, okay, that means 76 greater than. Okay, so if you want to know about that particular description, we just use the help of math.seal. Okay, so what it is returning, so which is returning the smallest integer. Okay, so this is my x and smallest integer, and it should be satisfied this particular condition. Okay, so 76.001, it's my x, and for this one, it must some value, it must be more than, it must be greater than or equal to 76.001, but it should be integer value. It should be integer value. 76, is it less than or equal to 76.001? No, right? So after the 76, the smallest integer number is what? It's 77. So 77 is the greater than or equal to 76.001. So 77 is the smallest integer for satisfying this particular condition. Clear? That is the use of the seal method. So now we have the floor method is there. Floor method is greatest. Big floor is the method. What it is doing, even you may have the nines, it doesn't mean that. Okay, so if you want to know what exactly this one, we just go on the help of math, what it was returning. It will be returning the, okay, largest number, it must be satisfied this particular condition. So here x is 76.7777. For 76.9999, for less than this one, there is 74, 73, 71, 70. So we have many numbers are there. From that all, the largest one is 75 is the largest one. Okay, so when you're comparing 71, 72, 73, 75, these are all right, these are all which are less than or equal to 76.999. So because of those are integers. Okay, so which is the number? It could be It could be less than this particular condition, and moreover that number, that integer, it must be larger when you're comparing the previous integers. That is the use of the floor method. Like we can apply the floor method, we can apply the seal method on the data. And for example, we have a number is 22 by 7. Let me consider 22 by 7. That's my value of a. Okay, so let me consider this is the value we are defining as the pi. Okay, I want to know the what could be the degree of this one. Pi degrees, how much is pi? Means 180, right? 180 degrees, right? I want to know the degrees of this one, degrees of pi value. If I'm providing, then it's a 180 degree or not. Okay, 180 degree or not. But we have the direct pi is there. So instead of using, we have directly pi was defining, so we can use math.pi. But here it is giving exactly 180.0 because of this is 22 by 7. It's your factorial number. So there could be small differences there, but so you just print the math.py, and so 22 by 7, is it same or different? We'll see. So there is small differences there, right? Math.py and 22 by 7. That is a small difference is there. 3.141592653588993. This is the value of the pi. But 22 by 7, which is 142897142857143. Because of this one, this variation we got it. Just for understanding purpose, which is a pi value is already defined. Pi value which is already defined in the math model. So if exactly if you want to use the pi only, then we can go and use the math model. So if you are using the 22 by 7, there might be some fractional differences there. So because of that one, we are not getting the accurate values. So that is also it's a meaningful, right? So make sure that when you're using the pi value, if you want to use the exact pi value, I'm requesting that go and import the math model and we can use the pi. Okay, instead of using the 22 by 7, there will be small differences there. And for example, we have the radians. I want to be converting into the radians. See, we can import the math, and I want to be converting into the radians. Okay, radians. 180 is my degrees. 180 degrees, if you are converting it to radians, this is the thing you might be getting. Is it exactly same of this one or not? Math.py. So this is the way you can convert from the degrees to radians, radians to degrees. You can apply the floor method, we can apply the seal method, we can apply the factorial, and meanwhile we can apply the square root. For example, if you want to be find the square root of anything, we just use the 2 power of 0.5, right? For example, 67 power of 0.5. This is the square root operation. But we have a method is there, math dot. For example, this one, if someone is new to programming, that guy he might be little confused what exactly that operation. But that guy is new to Python programming language. If you're using this particular function, is it so which is a very which is convenient to use it? So which one is a more easy to understandable? Whether this one, even this is operator, it's a simple thing only, but backend it was operation only doing. But if the guy is new to programming, then he want to do it some square root, he don't know what kind of operations he want to do it. That particular situation, we just go and import the math model and we can use the square root function. Okay, and meanwhile we can have a for function also. We have it like all functions we have it. In the meanwhile, we can have some kind of trigonometric functions we can apply, like sine, cosine, something like this. Okay, so sine of pi by 2, what is the value? Sine of 90, how much?
1, sir.
It's 1, right? Of course, math dot pi in the sense it's a pi. Okay, pi in the sense 180, 180 by 2 in the sense it's a 90. Okay, so sine of 90 degrees. So which is the degrees format? I'm talking about degrees. So 90 degrees, what could be the value? It's a 1.0. Okay, So we can do some kind of mathematical trigonometric like cos of math.py. How much? Cos of 90, 180. Cos of 180, it might be -1. Cos of 0, which is 1. Did you heard that names? Did you remember? Cos of 0 is the 1. Cos of 180 is the -1. And cos of 90 is the 0. So guys, you don't worry. This is the mathematics, it's a trigonometric things. If you're not aware of it, and you just go and look into some kind of what is the cos functions, and cos 90, cos 0, cos 180, cos 360, cos 270, something like this is the degrees. Cos 90, which is 0. Okay, so 0.6, no, 132, see, it's e power of -17. It's approximately 0. Yes or no? It's a e power of -17 in the sense we are going to be adding the 17 zeros before 6, 16 zeros before 6. So which means what? Approximately 0 or not? Smita? Smita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm getting the messages from your consultant. So
Mm-hmm.
don't worry about your we started models today, yes, of course. And so the file handling concepts and okay, file handling DB using models and OOPS concepts. Of course, we will do it. Okay.
Yeah, because that's the main thing I'm looking from this
Sure, sure.
course.
Definitely, we'll do it, so we can handle the database, okay, with help of the models and packages. And the meanwhile, file handling also will do it, but OOPS concepts also will do it. Actually, these are three concepts. Definitely, we'll do it. Okay, but we'll go in a step by step, right?
Okay.
You got my point.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it. Actually, m- the conversation we were having for that, it was important that I should let him know. That's why I just
Definitely,
stuck at
we'll work on it. Don't worry about it. So that's the reason I'm not stopping in the Python in the middle of it. Okay, some people they are enrolled for data analytics, and some people they're enrolling for data science. So whatever the modules and packages as of now we talk, I mean, so those that could be fair enough. Okay, but rest of the concepts, I definitely I will teach it because of okay, not only models and not only file handling, not only OOPS concept, not only database handling. We are going to be talking about exception handling, regular expressions also. If the time consisting, then we can talk about multi-threading concept as well. Clear? We'll work more things. Don't worry about it. Okay. So it's a never-ending process until unless I completed the entire Python programming language and never stop it. Clear?
it. Thank you, sir.
Yep. But um, so I hope you got my point.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm getting this kind of messages from every time from them in the sense it might be I need to explain every time. That's very tough for me. Okay, what's going on, these things and everything, right? Okay, so definitely we are in the track of that one. So we are on the model. Okay, next file handling, next database communication with help of the DB. That everything will do it. Okay, so first we'll habituate it with models and packages now. So there could be three type of models and packages are there: user defined and free defined, and so everything, right? Okay, so from that one, I'm just talking about math model, how we are working with math model. In the same way, rest of the models also we can work it. For example, OS model. So what is the use of OS model? So OS model in the sense we can open shell. Okay, so we can open and we can work with some kind of let me check. So I just open the terminal and I can execute some commands on the OS. So let me open the terminal, new window. So for example, if I'm using the ls command, then what is the result we are getting? So what are the files are there here? We are going to be displaying, right? Okay. So here ls is the command. It will help you. It will help you. It will help you, to display the some libraries. So this kind of operations we can do it on a terminal. But the same thing also we can interact with the Python programming language. So for that one, we can use the OS model. Okay. So OS dot, first we can import. And if you want to learn what exactly this one, what are the methods are there, if you want to look at, then simply we can use the help of OS. Then it was giving you a lot of description. This is the document for this particular OS model. And here os.path. So all functions from the postfix in a unique like start OS path. So OS name is either the postfix or int. Is starting representing the current directory. So os.curdir in the sense it's current directory, and representing the parent directory. So pardir in the sense parent directory. Okay. So path sep component, the separator for using so path. So this kind of operations. So now here system method is there, file name. This library I used, last 7 or 8 years back, I used in one of my organization. This OS library. See, this many methods are there. List dir. List dir means what? Files are showing in a here. Mkdir. So making the directory. Okay. So if you want to create the directory, and we can do it. Create a directory. So if you want to understand this library, make sure that you should have a knowledge on commands in Linux or Windows, whatever it is. Import os dot system. Let me try. I used it somewhere else. Model is returning package or model. See, within this particular library, okay, how many files are there? I have only one, right? So which is showing or not? It was returning the library files what it is there in the current directory. Okay. So with the help of the system where we are executing some commands. Okay. So for example, I want to know the current working directory. Sys system is the function. It will help you to execute the some Linux commands. So this is the path we are working on it. Within this path we are working on. So this is usually this is the commands we are executing on terminal. So the same commands we are executing on from the Python itself. That kind of things also we will do it actually. Okay. So this way we can work with the operating system. For example, time. So time is the model. So this is also, as of now, whatever the models I am working on it, this models I'm not installed in my computer, because of which already installed. Okay. Import time. For example, I want to know the time. I want to know the time, time dot time. So which can be written the time in seconds, something else. So don't ask me what exactly this number. So if you want to know it, then simply we can help out for time dot time. Then it will listing you the description of that particular function. Current the time in seconds since epoch. Okay. Fractions of seconds may be present if the system clock provides them actually. So based upon system clock, it was returning the number, it's seconds, time in seconds. So if I want to know more about a time model, then we just help of time. It will give you a lot of description, and so year, month, day, hours, minutes, and so DST, daylight saving time. So time, day, data description defined here. TM, GM to off, UTC seconds, TM hours. So 0 to 23. TM is DST, and like we have functionalities are there. So whenever you want to explore more, then we can explore it actually. Okay. Make time for sleep. For example, sleep will help you to generating. So this is a major important command, I mean function. So for example, if you want to generating the previously I explained the pass keyword, right? For example, I want to print hello. I want to defining the some delay. The delay approximately 1 second. Okay, approximately 1 second. Okay, so here I can mention the second. Default it's a none or one. Default it's a one. So for I in a range of some value. Okay, approximately it's a second. Let me consider this is 1 second. Okay, so this is the function of delay. So I want to print my name 10 times with 1 second delay for every time. So this is the main model, and so main block. So here I want to print the my name. Just a minute. So for example, I just want to print my name with 10 seconds of delay. So 1 second of delay for every time. Okay, simply we can call the delay. Okay, if I want to go ahead with 2 seconds, so here we can mention this seconds into seconds actually. Okay, yeah. So for example, if you want to go ahead with 2 seconds delay, it was approximately 2 seconds. Okay, I'm not sure exactly whether it's 1 second or 2 second. I'm just generating some delay in approximate time. Okay, so if you want to be do this kind of operation with help of the time model, which is providing the a model name is sleep method. Okay, so here, so what I can do, I just do it the same program. I'm not implemented the function this time. Okay, so we just use the time dot sleep of 2 seconds of delay which is generating. Okay, it's a 2 seconds of delay. It's exactly 2 seconds. Is it clear or not? See here, when we are implemented the function, this is the logic, you know it, so you implement it. So because of this one, the code size it's a little increased or not. Okay, but you know what, in case of model, so it's a very simple thing. Within one shot of line we are done this particular program. Okay, so this is the benefits of the models and packages. So as of now, how we can import it only we seen it. Every time if we are importing the time, every time we should use the time only. So for example, if multi-threading in a sense, multi-threading, there is a length will be here, it is a number, the name it will be 4. So you can easily remember it actually. For example, if the library name is little large, then what happens? If the name, if library name is little large, then we can rename as the as keyword. Okay, we can rename it anything. So you just need to remember that one. Tm means time, so time as tm. So we can use any name here, it's up to your choice. So usually 1 or 2 letters only they are going to be using. When we are using 1 or 2 letters, then it's easy to remember. Okay, so import time as tm. So same program we can execute, but this time instead of using the Instead of using the time, we just use the tm. We just use the tm. So that is the use of the naming convention. Okay, we can rename the model name into only this particular program, only this particular project. Is it clear? That is the use of the as keyword will do it. Okay, see, in a math model we have a lot of functions are there, right? Okay, dar of math. So here it is having a many methods are there. When we are importing, automatically these all methods are code also will be redirecting, or which is replacing with by this all code in a backend. Okay, because of this one, the speedness it is little might be reduced, because of no some functions we don't need it actually. If some functions we don't need it, even though we are trying to be using it, that particular situation, the code size was little increased and the speedness can be reduced. Okay, so to overcome this one, what are the functions we require? Those functions only we can import it. Import, from import we just use the keyword is from import. Okay, math, from import, sorry, from math. So we can use the import keyword, and from library name, and what are the functions you want to import, those things we can import actually. I want to import the pi, I want to import the radians. Okay, maybe I need the radians, I want to import the degrees. So at a time we can import what are the functions you want it. Factorial. Okay, so we can use those things without using the naming convention of math. Okay, so for example, I want to find the factorial. You can directly use the factorial this time, which is gonna using the your code from the math. Okay, print factorial of, okay, 5. For example, it's a 120, right? For example, I want to find the radians. Directly I can use the radians. Previously, if you're using the radians without importing those without importing the radian, if I'm using directly the name of the radian, it can be an error. Okay, so pi, it's a some value, or it's a 180 you can provide here. It's a some value, right? So this is the way we can do it actually. This is the functions we can import. Only what are the functions you wanted, only those names only we can import it. But some name which is not imported, even though I was trying to be use it. For example, seal. But seal I'm not imported, I was trying to be using it, then you will be getting the name error. Actually, seal is the method which is there inside of the math module, but without importing the only seal, if I'm directly using the direct name of the seal, then you will be getting an error. Okay, to overcome this one, again I want to import the all libraries or all resources from the one particular library. We can use the star. Whenever I'm using the star, you won't get that kind of issue. Okay, so when I'm using the star, which means that what are the functionalities or what are the resource names we have it, or what are the methods name we have it inside of the library, that all things we can import it in one shot. Okay, or only few things if you want to import it, also we can do it with the help of the names importation. We just give the names after the import with separation of the comma. Any questions, guys, as of now, whatever I explained?
No questions, sir.
So as
Clear,
of now,
sir.
I explain only a free-defined modules, guys. I was not explain about semi-free-defined. I'm not explain about any user-defined models. Okay. So as of now, free-defined model. So once if you are habituated with the free-defined model, then it could be easy to understand anything. It could be easy to understanding, converse structure. So money and no, money and Sai, you can share me your mail IDs. I'm giving the access for this particular batch recordings as well. Okay, this particular batch it is having the all the so Python um, recordings as well as documents also. Okay, so from today onwards we can, if whatever the concepts are you're not comfortable, then we can go ahead with this particular recordings also. This class also will be which is explained by me only. Okay.
Yeah, I sent my mail ID in chat.
let me. Anyway, I would like to upload this particular file first so that it will be easy. Okay, uploaded the file actually. Okay, I'm renaming this one. Updated. We can go and work on it. Okay, and the corresponding, file also. I mean, video recording also I can upload here itself. So you want access for this one as well, right?
Yeah.
So from M Naidu, I got it. Sai, I'm not getting the mail ID from you.
Mm, he's not here now, but I will ask him to send his email ID to you.
The event, the university.
Whatever.
Is it correct?
Yeah. No, Memphis.edu. Yeah.
Okay. Add user. You might getting the okay. Again, same as process of the previous one. We just act automatically. This particular playlist also will be showing beside of your previous playlist. Okay.
Okay.
So which is comfortable for you? What are the classes you're attending? So based upon this, I mean, next SQL classes also I can upload into think here itself. Okay. Yeah.
And
Okay.
also, no, just I don't have any doubts in this class, but I just want to know how much percentage we are done at least with that Python class, because my consultant asked me about that, because it seems like if we are done at least 90% with the Python,
Of
it
course.
seems like he's gonna start our
Marketing.
marketing. Yeah,
So whatever you learn for the data engineer position, so this is
yeah,
fair enough. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you, Money, as of
yeah,
now, whatever we learn, okay, that's
yeah,
fair enough for two data engineer. That's my promise of previous thing. I mean, whenever I started a class in a first day, that time I given us some promise for you, right? Okay.
yeah.
That promise I already done. So this
Oh,
is
okay.
thing I'm giving an extra effort.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this models and next database connectivity. Okay, and some other models and packages and files handling and exception handling. So whatever upcoming classes from the Python, which is my extra effort,
Okay.
what is the promise I given for you, that's already done, so you can go on marketing. Okay.
Okay. I will
Yeah.
check with.
Yeah, so SQL you can attend in parallelly. So guys, Krishna Chaitanya
Sir.
and all of you, Disha and everyone. And from tomorrow onwards, we have two sessions. One session I'm explaining in CST time format. Try to convert your own timing conventions. Let me conclude the timings so that without complications we can attending those particular classes. So from tomorrow onwards, I would like to start SQL classes as well as Python classes. I think instead of saying SQL classes from tomorrow, freshly we can start from the Monday. Okay, make sure that we can try to available from the Monday onwards. From Monday onwards, we have a daily two sessions. One is the SQL and one is Python. If I'm not complete the Python till Monday, then Monday also we have a session. Okay, but Python it should be 9:30 a.m. CST. Okay, SQL is 8:30 a.m. CST. Who are enrolled for SQL as well as Python? So you have to attending these two classes. Who are taken a no, so who would like to go with data analytics or data science? Those people also need to be attend these two classes. Okay, who are enrolled for only Python? So you can attend only this timing only. So Python, I'm not changing the time, but only SQL, I'm changing the time to 8:30 a.m. CST. Okay, is it clear my point? This is from Monday.
Yes, sir.
But usually the Python will be 9:30 a.m. CST only. Tomorrow we have only one session, that is Python, and day after tomorrow also we have only one session, that is also Python. I mean, day after tomorrow we don't have a session, right?
Yeah.
Today and tomorrow only we have. Okay, tomorrow we have a Python. Tomorrow we have a Python session. It's 9:30 a.m. CST. But from Monday onwards we have a two sessions. So except Smita, everyone need to be attend these two classes because of Smita enrolled for only Python, but rest of the guys are attending both. From some people are attended enrolled for data analytics, some people enroll for data science, some people enroll for data engineer. So the stream it can be anything. So who want to learn this things, SQL is mandatory. So just to come at 8:30 a.m. CST for SQL classes. Okay. Okay. Pretty cool. And we'll catch up tomorrow on 9:30 a.m. CST. But from Monday onwards, we have a two sessions, 8:30 and 9:30. Please be available in the two sessions.
Okay. See.
Sir, is functions chapter completed, sir?
Sorry,
Is functions chapter over, sir?
functions chapter I can talk in some other time. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
it's 50% is done, but in the middle I started in modules and packages. I can finish it in 15 to 20 minutes if I have a time tomorrow. Okay. If I complete,
Okay.
so I will try to finish it modules and packages by tomorrow. In a first half an hour. In the next half an hour, I will try to complete functions concepts. Hmm?
Yes.
Okay. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.